Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Jessica May. I'm part of Soul of Equus Healing, and I am an animal communicator as well as a spiritual medium. But I'm also a therapist as well as a Reiki practitioner. So I'm really looking forward to doing some readings tonight for you, as well as just tuning into your fur babies who are over the other side of the rainbow. But of course, if you haven't got a fur baby on the other side, you can still tune in tonight because we can look at what's going on with your animal, maybe why they're acting the way they are. And I've also got some beautiful animal cards as well, so I could connect to your power animal. And also, if you do ever hear any pecking in the background, I've got a little chicken in here called Dolly, who will probably be assisting with the energy tonight. So this is going to be quite an exciting night because it's my first time with Spiritual Productions doing this. So this is really exciting. This is really exciting for me. So hi, everybody, if you're still joining. Don't forget as well, you can also share, put it in your Facebooks, put it on Instagram, wherever you like to share it to, Twitter, for example, share it about. You can also find me on Facebook through either Jessica May Psychic Medium, Soul of Equus Healing, and you'll also find me on Twitter as @PsychicJessMay, and also on Instagram as Jessica May _psychic medium and Soul of Equus Healing. So I'm everywhere, everywhere tonight. So I can see a comments come up first of all from Millie B, just saying hi, Richard and Jessica. So hi, Millie, hope you're well, hope you're having a good evening. And yeah, it's finally Friday as well, which is really exciting because the weekend can finally get started. It's been a very, very long week, especially for us. The reason I've got a chicken in this healing hut is because on Father's Day evening, our chickens got attacked by a fox, and we were able to rescue Dolly. And I've been nursing her back to health. So she's scurrying around in here, pecking away. But like I said, she's going to help with the readings. So hi, Terry. Good evening to you as well. Lovely to see you here. And hello to everyone who is just tuning in now and just joining. Remember, if you would like a card reading to find out who your power animal may be, just put a message down that you'd like a power animal. If you do have a fur baby over the rainbow bridge, put rainbow and then a little bit about your pet, not too much because I want to bring them through for you, and we can see what they're up to. And also, if you've got an animal here right now and you want to know what's going on with their behavior, just put, what should we put for that one? Behavior, or what should we put? We could put acting up. Pets acting up. For acting up. Good, but acting up and what's going on with your animal. So hi, Alison, nice to see you here as well. Thanks for joining. Let's see, is there any comments that are coming through for any cards? Hi, Mary. She's saying good evening, Jessica and Richard. Lovely to see you here as well. And Terry T, hi. Oh, it's lovely that people are joining in as well. Susan, good evening, Jessica. Hope you're keeping well. I am good, thank you. And Stacey Shaw, good evening, Richard and Jessica. And Stika, hello. Tina, hello everyone from not so sunny Portsmouth. What has happened to the weather today? It's been an amazing week, and then today it's gone all thundery. So Dee, hello Richard and Alison, and Hi. And Maureen, hi Jessica, hi, loving the clovers. And Alyssa, hello from the US. Well, it's great for you to join. Thank you so much. Diane, good evening, everyone. Liked and shared. Thanks, Diane. Natasha, good evening, Jessica and Richard. Hi, and Emma Butler. Hello. Wow, lots of people joining tonight. I was like, is anyone going to join? But obviously they are, which is good. It's all good. Okay, Rainbow Cat reading, please, from here temporarily. Hello. Okay, Rainbow Cat reading. Let's have I'm going to connect it in a minute. Okay, so the energy I'm getting for you here coming through so far is almost like this. I feel like there's this timid sort of energy coming through, but I've also got like a bit of heavy breathing as well with the cat. So I don't know whether there was some breathing difficulties with your fur baby towards the end, but it just feels as though there's this timid energy, whether your cat didn't like strangers or just become a little bit of, you know, a little bit unsure of people towards the end as well. I've also got this really soft fur. I know cats can be quite soft anyway, but there's something in particular that's standing out here about the cat's fur. Like it's a particular softness, but it's also, I want to say it feels quite long in places as well. But there's this really warm, loving feeling coming through as well. And I've also got like some pain in the legs. So I don't know if that was like arthritic feeling or like, for example, the back legs potentially losing feeling towards the end. But yeah, okay. So what I'm getting coming through now is this feeling of a dry throat. So it's almost like the fur baby was not able to perhaps drink or may have been on a drip. I've got something to do with fluids here. But I'm just being made aware now that this is not the case, that your cat is happy, your cat is around you still, and you may even still be getting signs of this happening. So for example, you may feel like footprints on your bed. You may even be hearing like little scratching noises in places as well. So we've got, yes, very soft belly. Yeah, it was very much as though there's something particular about the fur. So I was being told, mention the fur because this is really important. So I don't know if you kept a little bit of fur as well. So she had arthritis and suffered an accident in the end, couldn't walk. Oh, bless her. I do get that she's come through that energy now, and as she's crossed over, because just like us as spirit, when animals go over to the other side, it can be a little bit of a shock to their system. It can be almost like, oh, you know, what's going on? But that doorway is almost like a door. It gets open to them, and suddenly there's a sense of freedom that comes through with that. And their souls just feel even more enlightened than they do here on earth. So yeah, she cuddled up to me once across the veil. This is it. And just because they're on the other side, it doesn't mean they can't come through to us here as well. You know, they make themselves known, whether it's scratching, whether you feel them near you. I get the feeling sometimes it's like a pressure on the thigh, perhaps, you know, when it feels like there's something sat on your lap, or you know, you feel pressure on the bed sometimes if you're asleep and it's like it's something lead on your feet, for example. I'm gonna pull I'm going to pull a card for you as well with this. I just want to have a look at energies that are going on with you. So I just feel she wants to bring a message through for you. So I'm just trying to pick up what we've got going on. Okay. 2 cards have come out, and I think they're quite important. First one being the moon, and the second one being the Ace of Cups. As I was shuffling then, the feeling I was getting coming through, it was almost as if you may be afraid of opening your heart space back up to another animal to come into your life, or you're just, a piece of you went over there with her, if you get what I'm saying. It's almost like you feel like you've lost a part of you. You feel like there's this void, there's something going on there with you, and it's almost like it's knocked you out of balance a little bit, because you expect her to be there. You know, when you come home, you expect her to be close to you, but she wants you to open your heart back up. And I don't know if you could understand looking at a tabby cat or a black cat or Bengal. It's something around those particular colours, like dark, almost tabby in some places as well. But it feels like there is this cat that's either one you've been looking at to adopt, or there's one that you're going to feel really drawn to in the coming weeks or months, that you may see on Facebook, that you may see, you know, somebody sharing a post, for example. But there is a cat that's waiting for a new home, and I just feel like your cat's pulling like your heart cord almost to say, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help you have another friend in your life. But it's about opening up your heart space. I'm getting chills as I say that, because I really do feel like she wants you to have happiness again. She wants you to have wholehearted happiness. You know, you can still be happy, but because that part of you went over there with her, it's almost like there's this sorrow. So you say, yes, I lost my best friend. Yeah, it's like there is this best friend energy there, definitely. But there's also, it's like a soulmate connection. And let's not forget, soulmates don't have to be just romantic. They can be friends, they can be family members, they can be animals as well. You know, it's a soul that we feel connected to on many different levels. But yeah, on bottom of the deck, it's 8 of Swords. So it's almost like there is that sense of loss, but not really knowing how to express it, because that's a difficult one as well. You know, people go, oh, it's just an animal. And so they don't always understand when we feel sad because our fur baby's gone over. But we are allowed to be sad. We are allowed to feel that loss. So don't feel bad if you feel really emotional about this. It's perfectly fine. But I do feel there is a new fur baby lining up to be your new best friend, and it's coming through with the most purest and loving intentions from your cat over Rainbow Bridge. So I hope that's all resonated to you and made sense. And thank you for commenting and for joining tonight. It's really good of you. It's really kind. Thank you. No, you're welcome. You're so welcome. So yeah, it is quite interesting, isn't it, when you start looking at how cats can come through, or animals in particular can come through just as much as humans can, you know, because at the end of the day, we are all souls. So when we cross over, it doesn't matter what our soul is, we can still come through and communicate in different ways. And because we would recognize, for example, with the one I've just read here, we would recognize that the cat would come and sit by us, or they may sit in a certain place. We would recognize when something would happen at that point. So Martine, Rainbow, young angel dog passed suddenly in 2019. Unique soul pet. Oh, bless. And I love your profile picture as well. How beautiful. Okay, so young angel dog. Okay. I've got that this was something to do with the breeder. It's got something to do with yeah, where you got your dog from or where the dog was from. It's got something to do with the breeder. And it's all I pick up, it's almost like illness. There's something within the dog that was there from birth, whether it was something genetic or some sort of disorder like within the blood, for example. But I feel that it was some sort of health issue there that may have been underlying. Um, and I've also got this dog would have loved food, but something changed and completely went off the food. So what, true weak genes? Yeah, this was going back to the breeder, definitely. And that particular line of breed, it just doesn't feel healthy at all. um the message that keeps coming through, and I've got chills again, the message I keep get come through is this was not your fault. I don't know if you hold some personal blame for this, or you feel you should have seen the signs, or there was more I could have done for him. But the message I'm getting coming through is you did all you could, and you gave so much love, and that was enough. Um, and he doesn't want you to hold that blame. He doesn't want you to feel bad. Um, and although his life was short, he received so much love from you that you made his life feel very full. Was loved every moment whilst with me. Yeah. And he feels that, and he still feels that now. And like I said, they don't leave us, they don't go, they still stay by our side. He declined and passed quick in only days. Yes, thank you means a lot. Yeah, it was like I get like a waterfall effect. So like one thing happened, and then it just kept going. You know, like it's almost like, oh, there's something else and something else. But this was not down to you. This was down to the breeder. But yeah, that message is still coming through. This is not your fault. You did all you could. If you put like a little plaque or something in the garden, I feel like I'm being drawn to something. It's like, come and see this, come and see. And there's something in the garden, it feels like, or it's either the garden or it's a particular walk. And I'm seeing a ball as well. And it just feels like there's something there that they're trying to get my attention, that come and have a look, come and have a look. And there's excitement about this as well. I also get that he's apologizing for the timing as well, for the passing, because of what was coming up in the coming year. I don't know whether you felt quite isolated at that point or quite alone, or you felt his loss a lot more. But it's like he's apologizing for that in some ways as well. So he remembers the love. Oh, it's near a tree. So yeah, it is like it's a walk, or it's somewhere where you would have spent some happy memories together. Yeah, it's a lot of happy, and I'm getting something around the throat area here as well. So I don't know if there was a struggle with just getting food, water into him, things like that. But again, it's like you did the best you could, and that's what you have to remember. So let's see what we can get come through the energy. It was 1 month before your 50th. This is what I mean. It's something to do with that timing of he wanted to be there for you as much as possible. But it was like the whole timing of it was just, it was poorly timed. But he is still with you, and that's what you need to. He's still with you, and that's what's coming through really strongly. I don't know if you can smell him. I don't know if you can smell him around you still. Like every now and again, you get that waft of his scent. He had a stroke and could not eat instantly. Yeah, maybe that's what I was feeling as well. That waterfall. It's like a rush of that energy. Something going on there. So let's have a look with card messages. Oh yeah, we've got 9 of Swords. Thank you, dearly. Smell dog cookies. Dog cookies. Oh, bless. So yeah, we've got 9 of Swords energy here. So look at that person. It's the weeping, it's the sorrow. But this is also about stress, anxiety as well. So it's that feeling of, sleepless nights. That is that loss that's coming through quite strongly. But 9 of Swords comes before, obviously, the 10 of Swords, which mentions completion of cycle. And this is like where you were already knowing that you was going to lose him. You could just see from the way he was that he wasn't going to make it to old bones. And so you just had to make him comfortable. But that impending knowing that if something is coming, you held on to that for quite some time, is what I'm hearing here. And that was quite difficult for you to come to terms with. And so that passing, it was painful, but it was almost like, okay, he's out of pain, he's gone on, but you're feeling that loss. You're feeling like, his presence is not here. But then we've got on bottom of the deck the Queen of Pentacles, and it's all about the sacral chakra. He was really a part of your energy and helps you to feel quite stable as well. Yes, since he was declining. Yeah. So that sacral is where you formed that relationship with him, that connection, that powerful feeling of what was going on. And so that's how you could understand what was happening. Is he a puppy? So just like us, when we go over, they grow up as well. They grow in spirit, they grow up with us. And it's like, the chickens are agreeing. I don't know if you heard that. The chicken is agreeing. But they do, they grow up with us in spirit. They grow alongside us. But I do feel that puppy energy at the minute as well. I hope she's not going to lay an egg. That's going to be really loud on here. Okay. I don't feel the puppy's being reincarnated, but what I feel is their energy, like their presence, would still come through. If you, for example, when we get other dogs after we've lost, or any animal, after we've lost an animal that we feel so close to, we would then choose another animal and we think, oh, I feel really drawn to that animal. And you're not always sure why, but sometimes it's because there is an essence of who we've lost within that other animal. So we see a part of them within. I don't know if that makes any sense, how I just explained that. That's the best way I can put that forward. It's almost like we can see their energy in another animal, and that's how we can feel connected to other animals and let them back into our lives again. So I hope that makes sense. Oh no, you're so welcome, Martine. Thank you as well. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so we've got some new people coming in, so I'm just going to put these cards down a moment. So just to remind everyone, my name is Jessica May. I'm a psychic medium, but also a animal healer and communicator. for those here and over Rainbow Bridge. And I'm also a equine facilitated therapist as well. And if you ever want any more information on me, you'll find me on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, so all the socials. I've under Jessica May Psychic Medium or Soul of Equus Healing, and also my website, jessicamayspsychicmedium.co.uk, which there's a gallery on there of different animals and lots of different places that I've been that have been quite spiritual, and you can learn a lot more about me on there as well. So yeah, it's really good as well to see people joining, because I was like, oh, I don't know if people are going to join, and so it's really exciting. I always get nervous before I do any readings or any spiritual work live. It pushes me out of my comfort zone, but that's a good thing sometimes. So I would love a reading. I can't see that next bit. I'm just going to a power animal. Let's have a look. I would love a reading. Power animal. That's perfect there. Thanks, Richard. Let's have a look. So Cheryl, this is for you. And sometimes as well, it takes a little while for cards to come out, because it's like, I like them to drop out, so then I know it's the energy it's pulling on them. You've actually got 2 come out here. Oh, I like these. These are my favourites. Okay, we have got Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. I love these cards. Look how beautiful the imagery is on here. It's just, that is just beautiful. And then your other animal is the Horse Spirit. Freedom is yours. Beautiful. When these 2 animals are coming out for you, the swan can, for me, it tends to represent transformations taking place. And it's a transformation that's going to enable you to have some freedom back in your life, okay? Because we've got the horse coming out with this one as well. There is a need here, whether it's moving on from a love situation, or whether it's moving on from a situation that may have just closed your heart chakra down for a little while. And this could be to do with your career. It could be to do with something else personal in your life as well. But it's where you've had your energy closed for quite some time. For a lot of people, it could be to do with the past 2 years that we've just been through. But this is now time for you to step out of your comfort zone, to have your transformation, and to start exploring who you are as a person. The numbers we've got here, we have 60 and 33. 60 we would break down to a 6, and also 3 and 3 make 6 as well. So there we have the number 6 coming through very strongly. And 6 is a number that's all about spiritual enhancement, spiritual experiences, soul ascension, and soul growth. So you're in this time for you, especially because 2022 is also a 6 year. You're in that particular time frame now of where it's time for you to gracefully go through your transformations and open new doors. I'm being strongly drawn towards a rose quartz crystal for you, and I feel like you need to have it long enough around your neck so it's just sitting above your heart chakra area. And also a rhodonite crystal as well, whether you have it in bracelet form or that in necklace, for example. But I feel those are the 2 particular crystals for you. And that would be because it's just opening up your heart chakra again. I do feel this very strongly, that it's like your heart chakra is quite closed, and the horse is trying to get you to open up, to be yourself, but also to not worry about the past, not worry about what tomorrow may bring, but to be present in the moment. Because horses in particular are creatures that are very much present in here and now. They're not going to worry about what's going on tomorrow, next week. They're focusing on today. And it's a bit like the Reiki principle, just for today. You know, just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not hold anger. There's something going on where you've either held on to a resentment or you've held on to some sort of pain for quite some time. It's time to release that, because that freedom is yours and it's time for you to start exploring. Bottom of the deck, we've got hummingbird, and it says, be here now. Be here in the present moment. You may even, because these are your power animals, you may even start to see these creatures around you. Swans would always typically represent soulmates, or it would represent graceful transformations taking place. Horses always represent that freedom and just going after what it is you want. Hummingbirds tend to associate with the crown chakra and also the third eye. So trust your intuition when it comes to making decisions on something you need in your life. So I hope that resonates to you, Cheryl. And thank you as well. Thank you for your question. Remember as well, if any of you would like a reading to find your power animal, you can just do as Cheryl did there and just ask for a power animal reading. I'm also looking at what's going on with your fur babies here on the earth plane, as well as connecting to those over the rainbow bridge. So let me know what you would like me to look into and I will do that for you. So let's give these a good shuffle again, just in case anyone else would like a power animal message. Okay. So let's see what else is coming up. Okay, Tina. Have a poorly dog here, not sure which way to go, living on a knife edge day to day. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, so straight away there, I'm being drawn to something going on with the stomach, almost like a gastro problem there. I almost want to say twist. So I don't know if there's something going on with the stomach, like a twisted gut, for example, or he's eaten something that's not quite right. But I've also got loose bowel movement as well. So again, this feels like this is something to do with the stomach or the lining of the stomach. I don't know if he goes sniffing a lot or digging as well. I'm seeing a lot of sniffing and digging. And I don't know if there's something that whilst you've been out on a walk or something from the garden, and whatever this is, it's like it's got caught within him. And I do feel that he could, I get the feeling he could pull through whatever's going on with him at the moment, though I also feel there's other things going on, but there's something with this stomach that's making him more so out of sorts. Let me know if that makes sense, Tina, because that's what I'm getting coming through at the moment. I also feel like he can be quite dramatic as well. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know why I'm getting that coming through, but I feel like he could be quite dramatic, or he could get spooked quite easily. So the stomach issue may also be something to do with stress or anxiety as well. And that's just playing on those emotions. So if that's the case, and we can use things like carnelian crystal. See, I'm burping now, so it's got to have something to do with the stomach area, but we can use carnelian because that can help with the sacral. It can also help with the solar plexus. You could also use citrine crystals as well. And you'll notice I mention crystals a lot with animals, and this is simply because animals respond so well to things like crystals and spiritual music, incense, that type of thing. Obviously certain incense are not going to like the smell of, but there are certain essential oils that they could use. So using things like carnelian, which is great for dogs and cats, is really good if you've got an anxious animal. or an animal that's got stomach complaints? Okay, so it's not the stomach. So there's something. It's almost like there is something going on there with that. So if we've got a dog that's not sure about going out, can you understand stress or anxiety with that on his part, if that's the case? Let's see what we get come through. I get like this stress. There's something that's happened there. It's like animals. He's got a cancerous tumor on his front paw. Okay, this could be. What am I getting here? I keep doing that with my hand anyway, so that could be what I'm picking up on. But it does feel like maybe he's got anxiety because he can sense that. His mind's very full. And I don't know if he can be quite, like, he would have been quite boisterous, or he could be quite, his energy is quite loud as well at times, or perhaps was before this happened. But it's almost like I'm hearing he can pull through this energy, but there is a fair bit of stress there, which then comes out in other types of behaviors with him. Let me see what I'm getting come through. Have a look. I do pick up this sort of sicky feeling with him as well, which in me is almost like that stomach energy. So let me have a look for. I've got my book here that I wrote myself, which is all about animal healing and communication, which I do as a workshop, where we look at the chakras. If there's something going on with the stomach, which I'm feeling drawn to for some reason, we can have a look at what's going on there. So solar plexus. Yeah, a chakra. So the solar plexus, when it talks about this, it just says a chakra that gives animals their personal strength to have confidence in their mentalities. An imbalance here often brings up anxieties, sickness, and sometimes aggressiveness, which may lead to becoming withdrawn. And the solar plexus governs the whole stomach area and can cause digestive issues if not rectified. So you can use citrine tiger's eye or yellow calcite with that as well. And if they're being loud, sometimes that could be to do with the throat chakra, but it can also be to do with the root chakra, the base chakra, because the base chakra also governs the intestines, guts, hips, hind legs, and the musculoskeletal system. So you could use garnet for that one, for example. But I think as well, if you were to place your hands, and we can all do this, if you were to place your hand over the shoulder blade area, so between their shoulders, and you visualize that you've got your own healing, loving energy coming through your hands and into him, that will go directly into his brachial chakra, and that will just help to regulate his energy. And nothing is going to be as strong as the love you have for him. So when you're putting your hands there, that's all you've got to visualize is love, light, healing coming through you. That can help a little bit to bring calmness. Also, other things you can look at as well, just to bring a sense of calm to his energy, which I feel may just help a little bit, is look at things like if he wears a collar, or if you have a harness or a lead, go for colours like that are quite neutral, or colours that are such as purple or blue or green. It's almost like soft gentles. Okay, so he groans all night long. I've been doing Rani healing on him, which is the only time he lets me near him. They love it. They love healing, and Rani healing's really calming as well. It's quite a high vibrational energy, which is really, really good. Try putting some crystals either where he sleeps, like underneath in the bed area, or make a jug of water and put some crystals in the water, such as clear quartz, for example, because that can help the whole body. And just use that as, you know, that jug to fill up his water bowl with throughout the day. And then they get the energy of crystal charged water, crystal charged energy. I'm going to pull a tarot card for you, Tina, just to see what else we can get on his energy. So what else do we need to know about this? The cards keep jumping out and falling on the floor. So what have we got? 9 of Pentacles there. So this is all about independence. Like, he quite likes being independent, but there's also something going on here where he knows it brings you joy, and he knows he brings you fulfillment, but you also bring that to him. And that's what I feel he's trying to get through to you here. You bring through love and fulfillment to him. And I don't know if at times where he's been out of sorts, you feel like you've lost a bit of the connection with him, or you feel as though you're not on the same page with each other at times. I'm getting that that's not the case at all. There's still a strong bond. It's a really strong bond. So when you're doing your healing on him, he lets you in because it's like he knows if he does it, then you understand that he still loves you and he's still feeling that connection towards you. Yes, I've been putting the crystal into his water. Brilliant, because that will help so much. And they can get the energy of the water quite quickly through that point as well. We have also got on the bottom of the deck 3 of Wands. So this is almost like he wants that fire, he wants that passion back, he wants his creativity. But it's always like I just get his loudness come through. He's I don't know if he's into things, you know, like he's got to be excitable, or he would normally be quite excitable, but he's got a very big character is what I've got with him. But he's a very loving dog. But at the minute it's like, no, my energy's not right. This is my energy, I need to heal. And it's almost like he's pushing people back. So this is why I think go to the brachial chakra between the shoulder blades, because if that's out of sync, then that could be a problem as well. So you're saying definitely do feel that loss of connection. Yeah, maybe do some sacral healing as well with him. So you've got your hand here, the brachial, but also here over his sacral. And you're just visualizing that energy just going up and down, because the brachial is their main chakra. So we have 7 main chakras as a human, but animals have 8 main chakras. But their strongest chakra would be the brachial. And when that gets knocked out of balance, or it's knocked out of sync, or it closes down slightly, that can affect their behavior and their general well-being. So if we can work on the brachial, then working on the sacral, then you can see where you stand with that energy in if he's improving, and then you can start healing other areas of him. So for example, the tumor on his paw would be on his bud chakra, and bud chakras are where they start sensing thunderstorms. It's where they sense a change of energy. So the fact that he's got something there would be almost like conflicting his energy. It's almost like it's putting him off what he's actually sensing. So he's a little bit unsure at the moment. So then he's got to rely on his other chakras, his other bud chakras as well. And so his energy is all over the place. So focus of the brachial and then the sacral. So I hope that helps, Tina. And thank you as well. Thank you for joining in tonight. It's really good to have you here. Okay. Okay, I think we've got some comments coming through. Tony, this is amazing. Something new, lovely show. Oh, thank you, Tony. Thank you. It is definitely new. Not a lot of people do this. it's unusual. And Keith, are totem spirit the same as power animals? Some people will say yes, some people will say no. Spirit animals, for me, how do I explain this? So I feel we've got like power animals, we've also got the spirit animal, and then we've got the totem. So totems are what builds us up as energy, almost like when we get a team of guides come through. And they are the ones that, you know, if we want what animal do we feel represents us? For a lot of people, it could be the bear. Maybe that's you, Richard, the bear. Yay. So we could have the bear. You could have a dog come through. You could have a stag, and that may form your totem. And they may be animals that throughout your life you have felt really, really drawn to. And so they're the ones that you work with the most. They're the ones that give you your personal power. But then when we've got power animals and we've got spirit animals are like our guides. They could step in and out. And power animals come through as those that want to direct us. So we have spirit guides, but we also have guides that come in the form of other types of creatures, including animals. So, for example, I've got a deck here that's called Spirit Animals, and that's bringing through like the energy. So, for example, on the bottom of the deck here, we've got frog, and that is giving a message of cleansing. So it's bringing through a message, you know, it's bringing through what we might need to know. But a power animal as well could be something that is coming through. So for example, we've got stag here on the bottom of the deck. So I'm just giving an example there. And it says, take the lead. So they can all interlink with totem animals as well. But you might use a totem animal more if you want to take on the energy of that, because that's what you feel drawn to. You know, I called my business Soul of Equus Healing, because for me, I feel I connect more with the soul of horses. And when I work with animals, I like to get to their soul, you know, the essence of them. So it's going right into the core of that animal, that energy, you know. It's really quite in depth to talk about or try to explain, but hopefully I've explained that all right. But yeah, totem animals, it's almost like they give us protection for the home, or they give us that zest of energy to be able to go out and do healing. They also work with us in different ways, but it's because we might feel really, really drawn to them that we know they are also a part of us. But then the power animals, the spirit animals, are the ones that come in and out of our lives at different points, just like spirit guides, to help guide us through a stage in our life, or to bring in messages. So for example, if you kept seeing a flock of geese and a certain number, that's like a spirit animal. It's coming through with a message, it's coming through with energy for you. So I hope that makes sense. But thanks, Keith. Thanks for your message, or for your question anyway. But yeah, remember, if you've got any questions like that, let me know. And if you would like your own power animal reading, let me know with that as well. So character of the animal then is what a totem, spirit, or animal is. So yeah, it's like bringing through a personality, I guess. Like when you say, right, I want to bring through my totem animal of the bear, it's because you want to feel strong, you want to feel protected, and that's what you're bringing through, that essence of character that you know is part of you, if that makes sense, Keith. Yeah. So yeah. But if you want a spirit animal reading, let me know. If you want power animals, let me know. But also, if you want me to connect to your fur babies over Rainbow Bridge, do send a message and get through. So we've got Alison. Hi, Alison. Thanks for joining. I would love a power animal, please, Jess, if you are drawn to me. I think I'm drawn to you, Alison. Okay, let's have a look. Who is Alison's power animal today? Okay, let's have a look. Here we go. One flying out. Oh, beautiful. We have got, it is very interesting, Richie, you're right. We have got Otter Spirit. You are never alone. And these otters, I don't know if you can see it, you might just about see it. They're cuddled together. There's two of them in a heart shape. They're cuddled together. And it's such a beautiful message. You are never alone. So I don't know if at the minute you're feeling a little bit isolated, or you're feeling perhaps a little bit withdrawn as well, because I feel a lot of emotion coming through here. It's all around the heart chakra area, and there's a lot you need to talk about and a lot you need to express, whether that's to someone or to different people. It could be more than one person, but it feels as though you're in need of comfort. You're in need of someone putting their arm around you and saying, you know, they're there, it's going to be okay. You're always telling that to others. You're always saying to people, oh, you'll be okay. And it feels like you're always giving yourself, your time to other people, your energy, but you're not always getting that back from others. And otters, they tend to mate for life as well. And they tend to stick together. And it feels like there's something going on here where it feels like you're missing out on something, or like there's a part of you that you've lost, there's a part of you that's missing. Whether that's in relationships, like you're not being your true self because you feel somebody's not supporting you, or you feel like you can't be your true self because where you are in life, it's like you're not as happy as what you would like to be. So there's something going on there, and I just feel like general wellness as well needs to be looked at. Interestingly, bottom of the deck is the porcupine spirit. Time for beginner mind. And that's an interesting one to have on the bottom of the deck, because the porcupine is a creature that, when they get scared, a bit like the hedgehog, but they will not necessarily curl up in a ball, but they will release their spikes. And I don't know whether you feel like you have to do that sometimes to protect yourself. It's almost like, I'm not saying you come across to be aggressive, but it's almost like you'll go, oh, I've got to be tough. I've got to be tough, so I'm going to come across as tough. I'm going to come across as somebody that doesn't put up with messing. But actually, on the inside, you don't feel like that at all. And so this is a time of learning for you. This is a time for you to learn more about yourself, learn more about what you would like from life, and also about the people you surround yourself with. Have a look with this as well. Is everyone around you supporting of you, supporting of your dreams as you are them? And if they're not, then it's time to cut some cords with people. I feel as well that the message time for beginner mind is there. It's also because you're feeling as though you're back at the beginning or back at square one with a lot of things. But that's a good place to be sometimes. You know, square one is a good place to be, because you're still moving. You're still moving forward. You might be at square one, but it's still about you taking that next step. You can still plan. You can still go through your transformation. You can still move. You're always at that point of thinking, right, what do I want to do with my life? And it's never too late to make changes. Remember that. So I hope that's resonated for you, Alison. And thank you so much for joining. It's been lovely to have you here. Thank you. So let's ask an interesting question to you all. Very interesting one. Would any of you like me to come back in the future and do some more readings? just wondering, shall I come back? Shall we get Richard to put me on again? Is that all right? Let me know. Let Richard know. Okay, let's see who else we've got. Have we got any more comments, any more questions coming up? Rebecca Jane, rainbow dog, please. We've recently lost our family dog. Would love to pass a message on to my mum. Oh, bless you. It's so difficult, isn't it, when you lose the family dog? It's heartbreaking. Any pet that goes over it's absolutely heartbreaking. Okay, let's get you a message for your mum. Okay. I've got like a warm, loving energy coming through here, and I don't know whether the dog had a strong connection to your mum in particular. I even know like this dog was connected to everybody in the family, got excited when anyone came. It was all like, yay, you're home, thank you for coming home. But it's almost like with your mum, that relationship was different. I don't know whether you know, the dog followed her about a lot more, or just had to be at her feet a lot more. I just feel like wherever she was, the dog tended to be there, or if he wasn't like right there next to her, I feel like the dog would have been like either in the same room or just looking at what's going on. I don't feel this is a big dog, so let me know on that. I don't feel it's a big dog, but this could be because their energy was quite small, or their breed was quite small, but it could also be that their character might have been quite shy at times as well. Like with the family, there's like a lot of excitement, a lot of love, but perhaps with others it was like, oh no, I'm going to save all my energy for my family, I'm going to save all my energy for at home. So let me know if that makes any sense. Okay, what else have we got? But I'm going to pull a quick card on that for you, Rebecca, just to give something to your mum. I think it's important for your mum to know that this, I'm getting the word Daisy, so I don't know if this is the dog's name or whether Daisy's got something relevant to do with something in the garden or on a walk that you went with the dog. But it just feels like daisies are relevant. So I don't know if that makes any sense. But there's still a lot of love coming through here. There's a lot of connection going on as well, with regards to the relationship between this dog and your mum. I'm also seeing a lady in spirit looking after the dog. So I don't know if this is mum's mum, or another lady that would have been close to the family with the dog. The lady's got glasses on, and she's smiling with the dog, and it's like they're both there. The dog sat next to her at her feet. Okay, we've got here the sun at the bottom of the deck, and I think that's a lovely card because it's all about that release, the soul release. And there's a lot of rainbow energy there. So I think that's the confirmation that the dog's safely over Rainbow Bridge and the soul is free, and that there's no pain, that there's happiness there still, and still a lot of love that's coming through from your dog. So I hope that's resonated to you, Rebecca. And thank you for your question. Thank you for joining tonight. It's been lovely. Okay, well, I think we will we'll call that a night. I think we'll leave that there, everyone. But thank you so much for joining. And I did hear that, you know, some of you, or quite a lot of you, were saying, yeah, come back. So I think we can organise that. I think that could be organised for me to come back and do some more readings for you, which would be quite exciting. So from me and Dolly, who's held her egg in tonight, I thought at one point she was going to sit there and start laying an egg. We haven't quite got an egg for the show, but you know, if she does lay an egg, I will let you all know, of course. But yeah, okay, so there's lots of questions here on power animals. Yeah, let's do a show on power animals. I have got some crystals actually that have got animals on, so that could be quite interesting to use. And maybe we could do a meditation to connect to our power animal as well. That would be quite exciting. So we will do that. Oh, you're welcome, Tina. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, so much for being brilliant and for allowing me to join. And Kerry, oh, thank you, brilliant. Glad you will be back. Yes. Oh, thanks, Mary. It means a lot actually that you all joined, because I was very, very nervous, and it's been one of those weeks. I don't know if any of you have noticed that it's been one of those weeks where lots of things have happened, lots of energy changes. So I would definitely come back now and be like, yeah, power animals, let's do this. Yeah, Terry, you would like to know your power animal as well. Yeah, I think a meditation would be good. We'll do a meditation and we'll go off and find our power animals and connect. So it'll be quite exciting. So thanks, everyone. Thanks for having me. It's been wonderful, and the energy here has been great. Thank you so much. Bye and good night.
Tomorrow night on SPtv, we offer a free evening of mediumship with some of the UK best-serving mediums and spiritual advisors. Our show starts from 8 p.m. UK time.